always bring massive suitcases full of production equipment for the Street Fighter area, and that sucks because I'm always carrying it on my own and it sucks.
Right.
But when I'm there, I love it. I love DreamHack Winter. I love hitting on all the girls in the hotel. All the girls that work in a hotel, I crack onto all of them all the time. Behind the bar, in reception, in a restaurant, they all get hit on Dan.
So if you're a guy and you want to get hit on, just place yourself in the hotel, and James will be present. He'll be there presently.
Well, I don't necessarily hit on
attend
them.
your needs.
I just flirt with them outrageously, which is awesome. For all involved.
Nice.
For all involved. I'm an outrageous flirt, Dan.
I have nothing to add to this, except I can confirm.
Yeah, yeah. The flight to Romania was fun. The flight back from Romania was fun as well because it was the same stewardess, Dan.
Yeah, that was actually also quite funny. Yeah.
Unfortunately, I found out she was married. I was quite taken with her by that point.
It's funny because
receive the ultimate rejection.
It's funny because there was like a journalist at the front of the plane, and he saw you, and he made a tweet about it. It's like, oh my god, James is. I'm seeing his game right now.
He didn't say. He said, "I'm witnessing." Yeah,
I bear witness.
That was interesting. Anyway, pistol time. Cloud9 with 3 people over to the A site. So you're seeing them as a change here on cash pistols from the CTs. The A site often abandoned, and again, I've always been moaning about T sides never making their way up squeaky and just running through the door because often A is empty, but it's becoming something that happens less and less now.
The funny thing is that with all the pregame, we didn't say a word about complexity, but we can let the actions speak for us. As we're going to get a very classic pistol opening here, where they're going to go across over the top of the boost. Oh, nice pixels found there by complexity.cs, complexity.cs, SEMPHIS. Needs to fix his name, I think, James. But so far we have absolute madness as complexity go back towards the B-bomb site after putting the pressure on towards A. They're making things very confusing here for Cloud9, but it is totally fine because nothing will get himself 3 kills on the defense there. So complexity with a very nice idea, able to play a very heavy pressure game on Cloud9, pinning them down and then not allowing them to rotate as they'd like to, but still Cloud9 defended thanks to nothing.
I feel like complexity were expecting to get some frags in the mid area, and then they kind of stopped when they got towards short and just were waiting for openings that almost didn't come. But there we go. Cloud9 gonna have 1 Molotov, loads of flashbangs. General eco buy, nothing gonna hold things down with the FAMAS should he need to. We can expect complexity to throw a pop flash into main here for him all to run with. Indeed, here it comes. And then we will see the push coming in. So closing the distance very quickly. Valens coming in at the back, but he's going to get taken down by Shroud. 2k for him. Freakazoid coming in for support. It's a 4-man for Shroud in the end with the MP7. That is a hell of a lot of money. That's $2,400, Dan. Could buy a lot of churros with that.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty hard to... It's always hard to bounce back from a team that gets loads of SMG frags. And you know they've only killed 1 person so far. So this is the horrible part as well, because they can hold on to those SMGs. Complexity now they're stuck with the inability to buy Kevlar, so they're going to be even more susceptible to the SMGs.
On the subject of bouncing back, Dan.
Right.
I once did a somersault in a bouncy castle, but it was being deflated at the time, so there was no bounce back then. I just landed on the concrete after doing a somersault. It's a true story.
I hope you didn't land on your face.
Landed on my ass, Dan.
Ooh, exotics.
Fortunately, I got a big ass.
Well, with that said, looks like we're going to see the round come to a close here as the rest of complexity will be wiped out by the SMG. So a lot of bank built there, only freakazoid dying. And
it's a nice ass, though.
Go on.
No, but I mean,
well,
I just have to point that out.
If you'd like to,
I have a great ass, Dan.
If you'd like to speak about this.
Well, no, it's the buy round now. We can't. We got to talk about Counter-Strike.
Okay, well, I expect you to talk about the contours of your ass momentarily. So, it's not an easy segue. It's not an easy segue.
I've never been on a segue.
So it looks like the passive play coming in here from Complexity is looking pretty good. Like they had the right idea there, but still, 3-man push there on B storage from Cloud9 is going to get the job done, and roca is going to go down. James, I don't have my phone on me, so if people tweeted me the answer of how to say it, roca or roca, I just don't know.
It's roca, man.
Maybe producer Reese can tell us at some point.
Well, Cloud9 choosing to keep the MP9 and it's worked out for them. Sean Grill's picking up an AK-47 now. And again, they're just allowing Complexity to take mid if they choose to. freakazoid is heavily tagged, and that is his new tag on subject to tags now. Just removing the vowels, making everything curves. So he will probably have heard SEMPHIS jump onto that object there. Oh, Skadoodle straight in the chest. SEMPHIS going to get taken down. So what is the play from Complexity now? They have 3 players left, 2 smokes, and just the 1 flash onto valens.
Yeah, it's a really hard situation. They just got to burst out and hit the shots at this point. There's no trade game really possible. Got to get the kills. And autimatic pressing. But you can see Cloud9 doing the smart thing. They're actually just holding back here to try to make it as hard as possible. Autimatic has to get very exposed to go for the frags. And there it is. Cloud9 forcing a trade-based game where they have a numbers advantage, which is a winning formula.
I feel like Complexity should learn this smoke that Sponge for Renegades throws from the boost spot onto short, because then they could venture their way over towards Z Connector if they wanted to without giving the whole game away, because you can see they're just looking for picks on short, and that's going to be unfavorable when they know Skadoodle's going to be on A.
We have 5 smokes, PT50's Kevlar. We've got a bit of a quasi-buy coming in from Complexity, but the push in A main is going to make this very difficult if they keep 2 players in there. But it looks like Shroud is just going to be staying there by the lockers for now. So they will spot all the nades sailing over, and this should be a really easy defense for Cloud9, to be honest. I mean, they can pop flash in for Shroud. Should be pretty straightforward.
Well, valens playing the information game with the bomb.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Okay. Well, it's like, okay, let me see if anyone's hit, and show them the bomb, and lose the bomb and be stuck. Have my team stuck behind a Molotov.
Shroud is pushing them there, though. That's kind of crazy that he would try to push in that situation. And they've picked up the M4 now. Let's see how far they can get with this. Got freakazoid by forklift. I mean, they still have to get through another choke point or 2 in Skadoodle's there. So it looks pretty solid here for Cloud9. But yeah, questionable decisions here.
Yeah, so I don't know why Complexity waited that long, because it's not like they were waiting, holding angles to kill someone. They were just waiting outside the area where you throw smokes with no map control anywhere else. Although maybe they're banking on Cloud9 not pushing because they know Complexity on eco. Either way, to then peek into a main with the person carrying the bomb, not the best idea. So again, it just looks like a lack of preparation from Complexity in that sense.
Right. Yeah, I can agree with that. And Cloud9 at the moment, looking at their setup, they've got the 2 players in middle. This could be painful. SEMPHIS is ready with the AWP, and seeing that player there, they know that there's a guy close, so they can just pop flash the hell out of freakazoid, and they should be able to get a kill on him pretty easily. He's going to be falling back at the moment, but they're not going to be able to get the fast frag, or at least a frag without losing a player themselves. So that's actually pretty good of freakazoid to get a frag there. Oh, the double peek coming in. That's not going to do Cloud9 any favors. Yeah,
this is fairly sloppy from Complexity, despite the fact that they're winning the round at the moment. Just running through the smoke there. I don't think there's any flash. You can bounce a flash off the
off the corner of the opening, basically.
What's that thing that you put cars in? Onto ships? No, onto ships. Those big containers. Anyway, you can bounce a flash off the red container through the smoke into mid, and run through the smoke, and then you're safe. Here we go. Shroud doesn't realize somebody's below him. Oh, he's going to jump and see sancz' head. Finish him off eventually. Shroud now finds himself alone. 3 players left for Complexity, but the bomb is still down in mid, so they're up against it. The Shroud will finally get taken down.
I mean, they have a lot of money, though, so that's definitely something working in their favor. But yeah, I mean, as much as of a sloppy round from Complexity there, you know, Cloud9 themselves, you got to... There's some things to ask yourself about there. Like, we saw the double peak after they lost the player on the boost, and freakazoid died in mid. So they're recommitting players into that area when there's no way to fall back, and it's very likely there's like 4 or 5 teams in that position, or 4 teams in that position. So that's very risky play as well. Risky play is not necessarily bad. Everything in the game is going to require risk, but it's about weighing the risk and the reward.
You've got to speculate to accumulate, Dan. Accumulate the skulls on the mantelpiece.
You must regulate, Jakes.
Got to regulate as well. More monies coming in. Will freakazoid detect the player under the boost? Indeed, he will. sancz going down, looking away from the flashbang. Can he get... Oh, unfortunately, the second player comes in to take him down. Nothing now. Behind the sandbags, going to try and pop himself out. Ooh, very nice angle onto valens there. One more to find, however. Roca, meanwhile, is heading into the B bomb site, but the bomb needs to rotate. Fortunately, the bomb's not stuck in mid yet, so that rotation can come in, but the player, I think Nothing should hear it. Indeed, he will.
Yeah, it was a really good play by Nothing there. He's in a bit of a pickle, and he managed to get himself out of the situation with, well, it made it look pretty easy. And Bombs will still go down here for complexity, so there's still a chance. But the thing about it is also the fact that they're both stuck on the bomb site. Cloud9, I think, realized this. And considering they have a Molotov and 2 HEs, this should be pretty difficult for complexity. SEMPHIS is going to have to go absolutely huge. We're going to see some mistakes here from Cloud9, but Skadoodle will open it up. SEMPHIS, you're going to return there onto nothing, but there's still 2 players looking to push the site. SEMPHIS will find the frag onto Skadoodle as well. 1 player left as SEMPHIS scans for the angle. He'll go down, but will there be time here for Seang? Gares, he can't get onto the bomb. He's got no health. There's fire everywhere.
He's going to die as well.
And he is dead. Nicely done there by complexity to save that one, but you also have to question a little bit the retake of Cloud9. I think they had a really good chance there to do that with the nades and so on.
Yeah. With SEMPHIS, if you know he's on the AWP there, I would just send 2 people the same way and make sure they're not lined up. Because if he's going to AWP, then you're almost guaranteed a trade, unless he hits both of you. Yeah,
it is definitely quite a difficult situation though. But the 1 versus 3 was pretty phenomenal.
I think Cloud9 actually Molotov the bomb as well. That was the price they had to pay just to force SEMPHIS off the angle, and they haven't forced SEMPHIS off the AWP because he's back on it. 3 rounds down now, but look at the inventory of Cloud9. They're quite lacking. Only Skadoodle with the defuse kit. No AWP on the CT side either. Again, lacking all the counter flashes that they would have had for either rounds. So it looks like complexity setting up to wall off the car position. Sorry, the forklift area and quad, but not going for it after all. So we've got a CT creeping into main. But he's been spotted by valens. How will complexity play on this?
Well, seeing Seang Gares die there, they might not expect freakazoid to be up here. He's got a silencer as well, so if he is really efficient with these bullets, he's going to be fantastic. He'll get 2 quick kills. That's actually amazing there from freakazoid. They spotted him immediately, but he still gets the frags. Nothing holds it down as well from forklift, so things looking fantastic for Cloud9, despite what could have been a very chaotic start as they lost Seang Gares immediately. They did get the information from Seang Gares going for the peak, but still, pretty nice hold from Cloud9. Again, some of these plays, I feel like they're not necessarily optimal, but Cloud9 are really, they're playing well right now when it comes to these individual situations. They're really delivering. But speaking of individual situations, we got SEMPHIS lurking around. If only that door was open, though. He
has no intention of going for this. He's just saving. But the smart thing is, rather than run away from the site and expect to be hunted, he's going to try and play against their thinking and hide as close to them as possible.
Hide in plain sight.
Exactly.
Oh wow, I was expecting him to die there. No.
Oh no,
no.
It's getting awkward now. Oh no! That is... I don't know how that didn't hit though, because he was square on him, he was standing still. I mean, yes, the player was jumping.
Wow.
So that's really unlucky for SEMPHIS, because he should have had a kill there. That's not his fault.
It looks greedy, but that should have been a kill there. Especially an all-pro SEMPHIS' caliber, he's never expecting to miss that shot. So that should be guaranteed damage, basically.
I mean, to me, he didn't miss. Like, his crosser looked dead on to me, so I don't know why that missed, but I don't think it was his responsibility. And of course,
I also could hear the comms.
It's worth the risk because of the pressure on the CT economy.
Yeah.
You know, and they've got the deagles out now, and they should have had an AWP probably, because I don't think that in most cases, if you run it 100 times, maybe 15%. He will get taken down by CT afterwards.
And I wouldn't even say the risk is that big, because it's SEMPHIS AWPing. You have one of probably your best AWPer on the team.
Yeah, I mean,
trying to make that shot.
Do you even want to
take the shot?
Do you even want to chase him with the other 2? Anyway, roca and autimatic have taken down Sean Grills and shroud. So things get difficult for Cloud9. Again, they've got the guns. They've got situations where they can cut these numbers down very quickly, and they're trying to do so now. freakazoid with 2 frags, almost getting the 3rd, running out of bullets. But there are 3 heavily tagged players here. Skadoodle coming to clean things up. That bomb's not going to go down. sancz left in the mid area, getting absolutely wrecked by nothing.
3 kills is very cost efficient though, considering their investment. So they're going to be very, very happy. In fact, knowing the fact that they have kept the economy of Cloud9 down. So that's going to allow them to force out an eco much sooner out of Cloud9, and that would be amazing for them, because then they could get the momentum going just straight away. And you can see that they realize that they have done so much damage to Cloud9's economy. They're just going to go for the buy right now, and they're going to go with a fast B play. Is it going to pan out though? They need to get these fast frags. They'll be getting a quick one there onto nothing on the bomb site. freakazoid coming from up top. He's going to do a lot of damage here. There is 1 and a 2nd kill coming in for freakazoid as well. Could be a good nade, but 3 on 3. But there's no rifle in the hands of complexity right now.
Yeah, that nade, if it was going onto the site, that would have been money, and it would have made it very hard to plant the bomb. That nade's done good damage. Let's see what these players can do. You can hear the new sounds that have just been added to the game as well. So SEMPHIS, can he get the one tap here? Finally he can. Not going to switch to the weapon, which was a smart decision actually. Down to 1 versus 1 now. Skadoodle needs to try and clutch this for his team. Valens though, with the AK, going to get that harder damage in.
Now that's a really sick timing to win a round. I mean, that's what they were playing for. The B rush managed to work in their favor, and you can see why, because there is nothing for Cloud9 to really buy with. They have to go for a save, and this is a position for Complexity to get a really awesome situation where even when Cloud9 can eventually buy, they're going to have... They might actually be able to get a glass cannon AWP, but I think that's the best case as far as an AWP is concerned. Otherwise, I think we'll likely see just rifles.
Well, SEMPHIS missing the first shot.
Ooh, this squeaky push though. Coming in from Cloud9 is going to do some damage. Looks like it's being well defended by the T's, so good cognizance of potential pushes that Cloud9 would opt for, and it's not really worked out for Cloud9. They will get a kill onto autimatic, but no real way to reclaim that weapon.
Yeah, but now the question is, do Complexity leave one player here to try and defend that weapon, or do they concentrate their forces elsewhere? The bomb's still down, and indeed Skadoodle has picked up the AK-47, so I'm sure he'll try and save that while... Oh, never mind, he's dead. Dead now, of course. So
Yeah.
Sean Gares' position undetected. Complexity have left a bomb behind as well, so they're all going on the hunt with 45 seconds remaining. And now Sean Gares is in a strong position to get a free kill here, but the aim punch is going to be too much, and sancz going to just shoot him straight through the chest. So again, just very quickly, you can hear those new game sounds, which were literally just put into the game by Valve. They sound weird. It sounds a bit Wellington booty because, you know, it's all change and unusual, but I think there'll be a good change. I had a quick run around before we went live on Inferno, and it sounded good to me. I haven't tried Cash yet. Inferno was the only map, so we'll have to learn as we go along.
Yeah, a lot of the sounds are very old, and probably not even the right quality, actually. That's quite common, especially with reiterations of the same game, in maybe even in the same engine sometimes, as we saw here. But anyway, we got the push coming in onto the A bomb site.
Wow, C9 put 4 people over towards A very early on, so they seem to have a read as to what might be going on here.
Yeah, quick kills coming in for Cloud9 though. Defense is panning out quite wonderfully. 3 against 1. Roca looking for the clutch. He's going to find 2 players immediately, and now the one-on-one. Is he going to find... Nothing. He has no idea where he is. This is kind of a smart smoke by Nothing, actually. Let's see if this throws off Roca at all. And he's going to find the engagement and the headshot onto Nothing, cleaning it up. Great triple kill at the end of the round to save things for Complexity. And they're really bouncing back into this one, because that was Cloud9's buy. So another eco for Cloud9. Complexity could very well, at the very least, tie this game up.
Yes, this is looking like a good score so far for the T side. You know, there's still an opportunity to take the lead in the first half. Going into the second, Cloud9 have 2 flashbangs and a smoke in this round, and some pistols. They didn't manage to get anything done last time. That is a native good intentions, but unable to get anything done here. So, what is the play for Complexity? How do they try and clear out these areas? You can see Cloud9 have concentrated their forces over towards B. I'm curious as to whether they will stay there over there or start a rotation. They do have a player playing the A rotate between A and mid.
Yeah, in go the set Molotovs and so on to try to clear these positions as you were talking about. And so slow and systematic, methodical, thorough. They are applying their due diligence here in their anti-eco rounds.
This is good. This is liquid tier.
Yeah. But Skadoodle's close. He'll find a quick headshot onto autimatic. He'll pick up the AK, and things can start getting a little bit troublesome now if his teammates hold off the push towards B storage. And it looks like that's happening. Valens is going to take down Roca, so the team kill coming in as they try to push B storage. And Complexity are now left without an easy route to a bomb site. They're going to have to go back towards A, but the bomb is actually hanging around towards B storage. So, I mean, I would expect it to end up in A. They need to stick together at this point, and the entry will be found onto that A bomb site, allowing entry for Complexity and the plant to go down eventually.
Indeed, but they still have to cross onto the site, which is the... Oh, well, if Nothing could hold on there, there's less than 20 seconds for the bomb to go down, so that would have been pretty important. Oh, the smoke frag is going to be strong, and now we're in a real trouble.
What the hell?
Yeah, the bomb gets planted, but all too late. But it was a weird situation there. Complexity have 2 people going towards A, leaving the bomb on its own towards B. Long rotation comes in. I mean, like, Cloud9 won the round regardless, but if Nothing stays alive on the site there, then it's probably even worse for Complexity.
The freakazoid is so scrappy, James. If this was like, if we were in score right now, he'd be...
He's saying he's Kimbo Slice, he's in the boatyard.
No, he'd be the captain of the fight club if we're in score right now.
Yeah, Nothing's Kimbo Slice with that beard of his. So, Cloud9 steal around from Complexity. Steal around. And again, it was so good from Complexity up until that point on the white box, where they threw a pop flash in. But maybe it's worth getting a molly in there as well, because there is a shadow advantage for Skadoodle. He can see them coming. Now Skadoodle is back on the AWP. And sancz is his first victim.
Alright, well, it's very passive here from Cloud9. It's very quiet. All quiet on the western and eastern front. All the fronts are quiet. And it's a Complexity that's being left to their own devices at this point. Cloud9 have prodded them, or prodded the bear at various points. And they've been doing quite well against the bear with their sticks. But now they've got Graded James from sticks.
To what?
To automatic weapons. To automatic rifles. Which is quite an upgrade. And we have the slow push coming from Complexity now. So Complexity haven't taken away mid or anything like this. Cloud9 still wondering what's going on. They haven't seen anything specifically. Haven't really heard much in the way of sound cues. But Gares is in a really good position. So Complexity could be backing themselves into a very, very bad spot because they need to get onto the bomb site. And they've only got 30 seconds at this point to do it, or less than that. Nothing's in a very good position, as is Gares behind this box in the vent room. They'll never expect this. Gares will take down SEMPHIS. Still more players for him to backstab as Shroud avails an opportunity to go straight into vent as well to help him, and that's going to be the round for Cloud9. Complexity undid themselves there.
Do you know what Complexity looks like they need? A pop flash which goes through that smoke, just as in A main. That's one thing you don't ever see really, is a pop flash going through the smoke on the entrance to B, the way it goes towards A. It would have helped there because, again, they seemed a little bit lost. On the point of fighting sticks, actually, we'll come back to it later. Looks like a B rush coming in here from Complexity, but will they commit to it? Gares has now got an AWP of his own, and he's going to hold things down behind the box with nothing in for support for the spray down. So they can't even get close. Oh, Sean's dead, and nothing's gone down as well. So the bomb's in a precarious position, however. Skadoodle molotoving the site, so he might not know where the bomb is. It's trying to stop them from planting the bomb. Frags coming in for Skadoodle, just trying to beast everyone out on his own. The leg shots will take the final round from SEMPHIS. 10-5 in favor of Cloud9. A bit of a surprise there towards the end. Yeah,
it was a good recovery from Cloud9, but Complexity, it felt like they started to put themselves into bad positions, like some of the opening strategies. It felt like they weren't as comfortable going for some of the pick-based play anymore because Cloud9 were doing quite well against that. So, and I think we saw maybe what did we really see an execute on A? And we didn't really see that. I mean, they didn't. They really went for proper mid takes as well, where they would just pressure execute into mid, take it away from the CTs. Cloud9 were always able to have some information. So it felt like they got to this point where it's like they just got a bit stuck.
There were some rounds where Cloud9 just gave them mid. It's like, well, you got mid, so, you know.
Yeah, and that's usually...
You can't plant bomb in mid, mate.
That's usually a nightmare for the CT side, because you have no idea what's happening.
Yeah.
And if that means that the time for help to get to the site is so limited. There's almost no time to basically call for help before the T's are already planting the bomb on the site. That's very scary. If like an execute then comes in on like a B split or something. And
but I feel like in that situation, it might be that they'll give them mid every now and then, but without getting any picks in mid, will Complexity know what to do with mid?
I mean, a lot of teams from that position tend to just B split because that's like the easy thing to do from that position. But at the same time, I'm not sure really. I mean, it did feel like Complexity got uncomfortable all of a sudden, but Complexity did quite well actually to get like a lot of rounds back in the middle of the first half there. That said, because they were having a really hard time, they were doing a lot of damage to Cloud9 here or there. After a really bad start, they lost the pistol round. The SMGs were really destroying them. They essentially allowed Cloud9 in that sense to build up a massive bank. They eventually broke it and they kept re-breaking it. So they did a good job coming back in. They gave themselves a chance, but yeah, they feel like Complexity could have pulled out a few more rounds there. But the 10-5 is the reality here as Cloud9 go into their T side and can now dictate the pace. Right, well, we can see automatic sport Molotov. 3 people in mid for Complexity, so very different rounds. And how aggressive are they going to be? They're kind of all over mid at the moment. And it looks like the intention is to go for a boost, but they're not going to have time to do it because there are 3 people running into the B bomb site, make that 4 with a lurker and Gares. This is very interesting, actually. Complexity will be allowed very fast positioning in towards the B bomb site before the plant is actually set down there. It will finally be planted. That bomb and Cloud9 looking a bit troubled at the moment as all the CTs coming in for the frags. Finally 2 versus 1 though in favor of the CT side. Complexity looking quite strong here. Sean Gares, he's very healthy though. He's going to find the kill onto valens. And now he's up against roca. Just takes that one shot, that one bullet to the face. But will roca be able to land that? He's going to go for the hold. Very brave move here from roca. Is it going to pay off? Very close. Wow. Very close, but not quite. Sean Gares will steal away the round. And Cloud9 win both pistols then.
These running sounds are going to take some getting used to, I've got to be honest. Because again, you know, there are certain things in the game which to me are kind of pop culture, you know, and I feel like, but what is a question rather than a statement? Like, is the running sound one of those things Shroud says Star Wars effects? Yeah, it takes some getting used to. I'm curious, you know, like if you look at, I always compare it to Street Fighter, for example, where like Chun-Li is pop culture, Ryu is pop culture, things like that.
That's amazing.
Fake horse sounds.
Yeah, that's an amazing reference.
That is very good actually.
That's a very good reference, yeah.
Yeah. That is.
So SEMPHIS is referencing Monty Python. Is it The Life of Brian or the Holy Grail? Quest of the Holy Grail when they use like the coconuts.
That's amazing. It does sound a bit. It's like you've got really hard Wellington boots on or something. It's weird, but yeah, I mean the running sound in Counter-Strike to me is maybe one of the like iconic parts of Counter-Strike. And I wonder, as they update the game, are these things disappearing? Like is the ladder noise, the old ladder noise, is that? I mean, it sucked. It was crap.
Yeah, that's the thing.
But was it an iconic part of Counter-Strike, or are there other elements of it which are strong enough so it doesn't matter? I don't know.
I think the game in itself. I mean, like there's always going to be certain things where the sound. I mean, because you know anything like sound, you know, smells. You know, if it's you know real life or something like that. You know, for example, if you go into a house or something, and it always smelled a certain way, or you had like a pet or something, it always smelled a certain way, and then it just changes one day when you go back. Because let's say you've been away for a long time.
Changes because you've been away for a long time, Dan, and the pet's dead. And that's why it smells differently now.
And that changes everything because
there are maggots everywhere.
It's how your memory works. Your memory is very sensory in that sense, I think. So you attach a lot of emotion and meaning.
Yeah, it's nostalgia.
Yeah,
and the like. So I feel like Counter-Strike, if it isn't already, needs to be pop culture. Because like if I talk to girls, for example, almost anywhere,
don't start with Counter-Strike.
Like the hotels in Sweden or something. Not Counter-Strike, but like if you ever mention I don't mention Street Fighter. It's not something I do. But generally speaking,
that'd be hilarious.
If you somehow,
Street Fighter, they don't know what
if you somehow get onto the subject of Street Fighter, almost every girl, let alone guys, but almost every girl has played Street Fighter and like says, "Oh yeah, I know Chun-Li or something." They know a character, but you know, Counter-Strike isn't on that level yet. But obviously it wasn't that accessible. On a console, just pick up a pad and away you go, you know, just mash buttons or whatever. But I feel like it's I don't know where it is, but I think it's going or should be or is in that direction. So I always, every time
something... Need to add Chun-Li to Counter-Strike.
Yeah, let's do that.
Because every single girl player plays Chun-Li as well.
She can be the nuke boss on the new nuke when it comes out.
The new nuke boss?
Yeah.
What, Chun-Li?
Yeah, I'll have to explain the whole boss thing to you if you're not familiar with it. Basically, there's a weird glitch on some maps, including Nuke, where you can make somebody basically you can make one of the characters or whatever avatars appear humongous, so like above all the like silos and things.
Oh, that's awesome!
Huge.
That's really cool. Actually,
so they call it Nuke Boss basically.
That's
but
nice.
Anyway. Where was I going with this? So every time something that's been in the game for a long time that is iconic to me because of my own history with the game.
Yeah, makes sense.
You know, then that's like it just raised that question, and I don't know if I have an opinion in either direction, but I always ask the question.
I mean, I like that it improves and gets better and becomes more modern, even if you remove some of the things that were notable, but you know we can go back to this later. We've got the game kicking off once again, Complexity in a position where they're force buying against Cloud9, as Cloud9 did win the pistol round on the second half, as well as the first half. They've won all the pistol rounds, and Complexity are taking a very passive approach. They're not stacking a site, they're going 3 to A, 2 to B, looking to just get some damage and use the aim.
Well, Complexity are without information. I think autimatic might be positioned actually to look into Unless he's boosted. Yeah, he's boosted, so he can't see. If he wasn't boosted, if he was below that spot, then he could look into A main, and Complexity could rotate some players elsewhere, because they don't have anyone towards mid, and only 2 towards B. And here comes the push towards B. So Cloud9, they're not committing to it just yet. They do have a bunch of players with anti-force by weaponry, so they can for that moving accuracy. So Complexity will be cleaned out regardless. No frags for them. Perfect round from Cloud9.
Yeah, and that's actually how it happened on the first half as well. So that really sucks for Complexity. Maybe they need to watch some envious demos or something. See how you can get the damage in on the force buys reliably. But that said, Cloud9 have another opportunity to build really sick bank and keep the pressure on. And if they can continue to do that, so Complexity can never even get an AWP running, or to do so, they're going to have SEMPHIS glass cannon all the time, not able to afford anything with that AWP, just the AWP and no Kevlar, no nades, nothing. That's going to be a really horrendous situation. I think that's what's in store for Complexity. So it couldn't really be worse for them, to be honest. And that said, autimatic is going to pick up a frag going aggressive and squeaky. So they've managed to eliminate one of the Cloud9 players. And autimatic can also pick up the Mac 10. But that's fine. Just by design there. That Shroud takes the risk with the lesser weapon.
Well, we're going to see Quad and NBK Molotov'd off. I'm hearing a weird bullet sound, Dan, which I want to come back to in a second.
Yeah, the twanging.
It's a bit Wild West.
Like a ricochet sound.
Yeah, it's a bit Wild West. I like it though.
Yeah.
Valens, the only one left. Well, while Valens tries to get some work done with this USPS, like I feel like there's the updates to the sound and so on. They make the game more accessible to newer players, which brings more people in and makes the game bigger.
Yeah,
which is one of the most important things.
It's a really easy way to add quality with sound. And because we've all played this game for so long, we're kind of used to the fact that the sound sucks, and that we like that it sucks. We don't want it to change.
Well, we come from a generation where we didn't care about Well, it wasn't about the graphics. The graphics weren't the first thing you looked at. You looked at the gameplay. I mean, if the gameplay was good, you didn't care about the graphics. But
and there wasn't the quality of production back then wasn't good. Just generally across the board, much anyway.
Yeah, but then the younger lot came in and were like, oh, let's play this game. It's got good graphics. Like $60 later, this game sucks. Anyway, some nice damage done there with the USPS. It's an interesting flashbang. I don't know if that's deliberate in the corner, but anyway, Complexity looking for some aggression towards B, but that Molotov's going to slow things down. Roca going to have to peek on his own because Valens is stuck behind the box. Cloud9 will take control of mid. Now let's see what they choose to do with it. Again, they're going to just clear things out, make sure they're not caught unawares. As a bit of a rotation comes in from Complexity, and they will continue to push now. And Cloud9 have lost their real estate towards B.
Yeah, SEMPHIS is actually on the AWP as well. He's got the Kevlar too, so that's nice, considering that.
Nice.
I wasn't necessarily expecting to see Kevlar, but he must have saved pretty hard compared to the rest of his teammates. But he'll spot the bomb in mid, actually, which is an interesting thing to see.
Wait a minute. Cloud9 abandoned B, and it looks to me like they're going to split B now. Complexity pushed B, and now they've abandoned B, almost, expecting it to be A. But they've pushed A.
And also,
so now they don't know what's going on.
But also seeing the bomb in mid like that is usually more indicative of a B push, because if you're going to split into A, it's much more likely to take, or much better usually to take the bomb through main, because that way, if there is an altercation or something goes wrong, then at least the bomb is going to be in the right place. If he dies on short or something, you can often be screwed. So this is a thing that's a really big tell for Complexity. They're actually reacting as well, so they've got 3 players towards the B bomb site. But Cloud9, they've got to be careful. They've got 20 seconds left to do this. They still have to break open the bomb site, and they're going to lose 2 players already. This is not going well. Cloud9 need a really big answer. Nothing is trying to provide that, but it's just not enough. 13-6, Complexity will pick up a round, and it looks like that round that Complexity played, where they just kind of undid themselves.
That was one of the craziest rounds that I've witnessed, and had basically no action for almost the entire round.
Yeah.
Because again, Cloud9 went towards B, then they abandoned B as Complexity pushed B, then Complexity pushed B as Cloud9 set up for the B split. But the key factor was Complexity pushing A, as they're just pushing everywhere down. They just wanted kills. They figured FY ISO again. So they push A main, and they're thinking, okay, hold on, this could be a split B because they've got mid. Put 3 people back towards B. Cloud9 failed to smoke CT properly, which allows SEMPHIS to just grease them.
Yeah. Ooh, nice pop flash into A main from Complexity, but freakazoid will take the frag, so greasing will be done by freakazoid now. He's going to put it back onto them as the door gets shut by autimatic. So Complexity looking to hold this still. autimatic in a very nice position. They'll line up for him. There's still 2 players, and he knows exactly where they are. Easy pickings there for autimatic. Just Shroud left alive. he's going to get tagged down to 37 HP. So not much fun for Mr. Shroud in this situation. He's just getting whittled down. And there it is, the finish. And Complexity pick up another round. So we're seeing a lot of weird rounds.
3 players surviving for Complexity as well, and the AWP continuing into the next round will be pluses for their economy, which is still a bit precarious, a bit sensitive at the moment, a bit brittle, Dan.
Yep.
Like, what's that guy's name with the Kangol hat in that film?
The what hat?
Kangol hat. You know, the guy from Pulp Fiction. What's his name? Never mind, I'll come back to it.
The white guy or the black guy?
I didn't want to say that, Dan. I was trying to avoid saying that, Dan.
Well, I mean, there's two
It's
main
not
guys
Travolta, it's the other guy.
Or Samuel Jackson.
Yes, that's the one. Where he's brittle, right? In that film Unbreakable or something? Bruce Willis. You're racist, man.
I can't say anything to that comment. No comment. No comment.
3 players are boosted here for Cloud9, including the bomb, and they are dropping off actually, moving towards, just running towards A main. Maybe trying to suggest it's a fake or just trying to run distraction as the flank is coming in, but will the forklift player turn around in time? He will indeed. sancz going to take down the freakazoid and the bomb. And now Complexity will clear out everyone apart from Shroud, who will finally go down. Complexity losing 2 players in the Bedlam, but again surviving with 3, including AWP. Valens, though, unable to upgrade his FAMAS to M4.
So it's going to be time for Cloud9 to start getting the ball rolling again for themselves and just break down Complexity. Because Complexity, I mean, they haven't got the best money in the world, but they're getting into a position where if they win one more round, then that's going to start happening. And that will be the round that will really break the back of Cloud9 and give Complexity the chance to actually even the game up. But first things first, we have a bit of play here for Cloud9 into A main. And Complexity, they don't really have presence towards, or that much presence in the A site itself, like in some of the key positions that can stop or get counter picks against the A main play from Cloud9. So Cloud9 might find some luck there. That said, though, they are waiting a long time, and there is autimatic back in position. This is kind of the spot that I was talking about.
You can see Skadoodle's in T spawn, but we'll come back to that in a minute, as there has been a pick made over towards the A site. Cloud9 are waiting for some reactive aggression from Complexity. Skadoodle holding a really long line down towards the B-bomb site, but there's only one player there, and he's not going to overextend. So, 45 seconds left on the clock now for Cloud9, and let me see, are they going for a short smoke here? They've got a player in the boosted position, if I'm not mistaken. Well, they've got the cast smoke down. Oh, SEMPHIS, so unlucky. They're getting shot straight in the head by Sean Gares. Nothing taking down Valens as well in a trade for freakazoid. 4 versus 2. But can sancz hold things down here again? I told you he's a beast man, and he has to be a beast man now. 24 seconds remaining. 2 frags for him. Can these Cloud9 players get the bomb down with the cover? sancz is going to get tagged a little bit, but almost his health left. Not for longer, though. Skadoodle down 6 HP. Just the 1 versus 1 now. Shroud with no more nades. Roca has flash and a molly to deal with, but he won't need it. He'll shoot Shroud in the face, presumably retrieve the AWP, and then defuse the bomb.
Yeah, that was really sick from both sancz and Roca there. I mean, that flick was just stunning. And against Shroud as well, you need to kill him immediately. You just have to kill him immediately, because he's going to find that headshot pretty quickly, if not instantly. So a pretty amazing clutch there from those 2 players. And Complexity looked like they were really set up to lose that round. Cloud9 had such a good entry. And they played it so well also. I mean, Shroud got the initial pick. They waited to try to abuse the fact that Complexity would then not know what was happening. And they have to split 2 and 2. And that makes their push even stronger. So Cloud9 did everything right strategically, but it's all down to the clutches. And here we go. Another push coming in from Cloud9 onto middle this time. They want to go for a split into A, but it's not happening. sancz is holding this down again.
Indeed, he thrives in these situations. 2 for 1, he'll take that all day. There's a man advantage for Complexity. The bomb is on its own in mid. Got to be very careful. Valens with the angle. Valens taking the bomb down. Last 2 plays for Cloud9 coming through A main now. autimatic just repositioning. Playing off these new sounds there. Punishing for Skadoodle for throwing the smoke. Now it's Shroud versus 4. He's got a lot of clutch factor himself, but can't fancy his chances. He's got an AK though versus 3 M4s. Unfortunately, there is an AWP to contend with as well. Roca will headshot him and then finish him off. Another round on the board for Complexity.
Okay, so this is what I was talking about. You know, complexity beginning to break the back of Cloud9. They're going to force the quasi buy potentially out of Cloud9. They can get some pistols, maybe some Kevlars. So they can actually afford that, and some nades. Looks like they're going to forego the Kevlar just to get nades, so they can go for an execute play, which is a smart move. You don't necessarily need the Kevlar if you're not expecting to be shot, and if you have all the grenades, the smokes and flashes to cut off angles and to blind your opponent, then they shouldn't be able to hit you, or the likelihood of them hitting you by the time you get the bomb down and your objective is completed is very low. So, smart stuff from Cloud9. Now, can they get it done, though? Because we have sancz on the bomb site, and he's got help from autimatic, and sancz has really been on point.
Yeah, and he's holding a really good position, so he can avoid being flashed, being naded, being molotoved. But he's moving into a more aggressive position as well. Maybe expecting his position to actually be smoked. But if there's someone opens the door, he can take him by surprise. The smokes are coming in. And he may choose to flash himself through those smokes as well. The Molotov timing's coming in, the nades as well. But Cloud9 just waiting again. This is an eco buy. They have no armor, so they should get cut down. But they need to get those one taps in. The spray down's going to be real though. 2 for autimatic. He's going to get taken down eventually. Now we should see a plant here for Cloud9. That's going to be all important for them as they try to play on their 3-round lead. Only Shroud remains. He's got himself an AK though, but he won't get a single frag. Only autimatic being lost for complexity there, and they close the gap to 2 rounds.
The funny thing is that sancz didn't get a single kill there because he was in forklift, and normally you would actually expect the T's to pop flash into forklift with the player through the smoke, which is very dangerous, but they didn't do that. So sancz could just sit there, and then once they were planting, he just got into A main. So basically he made it impossible for them to win the round, despite the fact that he didn't get any frags from like a positional perspective. He played that incredibly well if his teammates want to do so well on the retake. So quite an interesting situation. And now we've got double up out of Cloud9 with the valens moving close there on middle, as we can see. Now this could be very potent. They're moving straight into his position. They're getting blocked by valens. He's actually moving into the smoke. Back out again. He'll find the kill onto Shroud. The bomb is being spotted as well. And a second kill. And complexity are looking phenomenal at the moment. Fantastic defense on middle. Cloud9 are in a lot of trouble here. A lot of trouble.
Indeed. Sean just has to admire his stock AWP, and he will admire it no more. Nothing with 40 HP. And again, the damage game is not working out for Cloud9 either. They're losing rounds, and they're not dropping enough players. Complexity surviving with 5. We will see very shortly how their money is looking. So, indeed, they are sitting on bundles of cash on the CT side with just a 1-round disadvantage now. So things are looking super good for them, despite the fact that they're losing. They're kind of winning as well.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think Complexity have lost, is it 3 maps or something? I think they're actually, if they're able to win this match and keep some wins going, I think they'll be in a position where they could actually potentially top 2 it, I think. But we'll have to look into that later, because they've been playing so much better recently. But anyway, they have to close this one. It does look like they're going to take the lead here, unless this shifts dramatically all of a sudden. And Cloud9 are setting up for an explosive play into the A site, it would appear. And Complexity, they're going to have to be pretty clutch at the moment because they've only got one man who's fast to the response, which is, I believe it's valens actually. Is it valens on the bomb site? No, it's not. It's going to have to be
autimatic,
autimatic instead. And normally he has to support sancz, but this time no sancz and no frags for autimatic. That's a huge difference. Cloud9 have the site.
Fast flank though coming in from A main. Already there's a CT there, but there's a smoke down on short, so sancz going to get taken down in main. Again, that smoke was integral, stopping the CTs from getting there in time. SEMPHIS saw the player through the smoke, but just didn't pull the trigger fast enough. Now Complexity, what do they do here? Again, they've got the money to try and kill as many Cloud9 players as they can, but 5 versus 2 might be a little bit futile. valens will get 1 cursory frag, but that's going to be it. Cloud9 back to winning ways at the most crucial part of the match now.
Yeah, that's a pretty damn important part of the match. Very pivotal moment for them to win a round. Now, as you mentioned, Complexity do have that money to buy. But the thing as well, thinking about this, is that, okay, Cloud9, they haven't had much success with a lot of their plays. So they've, I mean, that was pretty much just an A push, just straight up, no messing around. Do they do, you know, what worked in the round previous or what? Because we have a push from SEMPHIS here. Oh, there's a player on the box already. Did he spot it? I don't think he knows. Oh, the flick comes in. He's going to connect the shot. Was a penetration frag onto freakazoid. He'll get the follow-up. No refrag for Skadoodle. And Cloud9 are in a lot of trouble.
Just 3 players remaining now. Just got a chance to get a bit of spray through the door. Indeed, that will happen to autimatic. SEMPHIS heavily tagged as well. He's not going to take any pot shots through the smoke, actually. Maybe one thing to reveal the position of the AWP. What a shot from Sean. What was that? The bomb site's been opened up now. We're seeing the rotation come in, and there's a player closer to boost for the CT, so he should be able to hear what's going on. Indeed, he's going to start pushing. Could catch the last player in shroud. He's only got 14 HP. Nothing is very smart. Going to be waiting for Valens to take him down. Risking the bomb there, but it paid off. Very good risk taken by him indeed. Going to re-smoke CT. Just being very careful now as he moves into the site. No mistakes to be made here from Cloud9.
Yeah, this would be the sickest save from both Shroud and Nothing. Sorry, from Shroud and Sean Gares. That frag from Sean Gares was absolutely stunning. Okay, so they have a good post-plant setup. One guy in B storage, one in vent, and one on the bomb site. That's what you want. There's not much in the way of grenades here for complexity, so this could very well work out for Cloud9 if they play this right. Now, let's see if they reveal themselves. We can see complexity are waiting for that, trying to bait them out, but good discipline coming in here from Cloud9, and the first frag from Sean Gares should seal the deal, as SEMPHIS would rather save the AWP than risk losing it in the futile attempt to try and take the bomb site. And he might get the frag. Oh wow, the stutter stepping there from Sean Gares, bobbing and weaving, and he is going to manage to take his team to match point. That entry onto B was really amazing.
That was insane. That's one of the best shots I've ever seen Sean Gares hit.
So
and you can see the value of it. Roca had 9k at the beginning of that round, so he's going to be able to drop SEMPHIS and AWP once more, but SEMPHIS going for some nades, not having any armor whatsoever. We'll see if he needs any. You can see Valens running sideways, facing the wall to avoid those flashbangs coming in from the T's. If there was a fast play, he would be at a bit of an advantage there, because the T's would probably be running in backwards to avoid their own pop flashes, so that's why he was doing that. So sancz back to the forklift again, looking for the aggression earlier rather than later. freakazoid in the boost spot inside main, just in case the push comes in from the CTs. You never know what complexity you're going to be up to. Now sancz's position has been detected. The nades coming in, maybe trying to bait a reaction from complexity. Are they going to push?
That is the question. It's a hard one as well, but there's full attention here from complexity. We can look at Sean Gares moving over the top of the boost now, looking to get his way into position here, but Valens is below. Will he spot it? Looks like it's the only place that he hasn't looked just yet. Up there, finally, he's going to clear the angle, so he is going to be thorough. And a great entry from Shroud. This looks like they're about to seal the deal on the A-bomb site, as there's not much for complexity to defend with. And Shroud taking another important frag onto autimatic. There's no CT left on the bomb site. It's all on Roca at the moment. He's against 5 players. He's going to get 2 though. Excellent stuff, but still much more work to be done.
They're going to have a nice nade onto short, but Skadoodle's going to finish things off there. So, a good comeback from complexity, but Cloud9 with some key rounds there to take themselves over the line, 16-12. A good match. I thought we saw some overall improvements there from complexity.
Yeah, complexity just generally have looked much improved in the last week or so. It's hard to really say exactly what happens. Same goes to Follow Esports as well. Like when they changed their name, they seem to suddenly do a lot better. Yeah, they're doing a lot better as well. Yeah, but that was a good match. Very back and forward. I mean, we saw some great individual plays from Cloud9. I think there was a little bit of shakiness here and there, but you know, they managed to take the win, and that's so important for them as they're on the top of the table right now.
Indeed. So, 2 more matches to come for tonight. We will go to a break before we get on to Follow Esports and Luminosity. But before we go, it's time to open one of these cobble cases. Producer Reese, do you have a winner for us?
The winner is Geeked23.
Subscriber?
Yep.
Okay. Let's have a look and see what you have won, sir or madam. Bear in mind, because we're opening cases, there's automatically a 7-day cooldown before we can actually send you the item. So don't send me any rage threads, otherwise I'll sell it on the market. Don't test me, I will. Alright, we're going for the lore. We'll accept a knight as well. Although it's souvenir, so you can't even trade it up. What's it going to be? It's going to be a Scar 20 Storm, my friend.
Oh my God.
Allow me to be the first to congratulate you. It's got gold stickers. At least. Well, there you go. We will see you. We will see you after the break.